about to head over to the big farm to see how much snow arrived there. This farm is quite a bit higher in elevation above sea level than the big farm, and so maybe there's no snow there at all. We'll go see. But before we do, we're going over to the hay pen there, and we're gonna scratch in the babies here, the Bambi crew, Bambi and Cujo. Ooh, look at the duck. Yikes. Scratch their hay in because we won't be here when you normally do that around 3 o'clock, but we won't be here to do that, so we'll be a little bit early to scrape it in. But that's how life is. You get what you get when you get it. Where are they at? Oh, there they are. Wait, can you see? They're laying down there in the sunshine. They're all full. They got their grain and stuff, and a fresh bale of that nice fluffy hay this morning. All right. What are you doing, Coco? You getting a little scratch there on that stick? Good job. You rub? Here, let me help you. I'll scratch the top, you scratch the bottom. Is that okay? Want to do it like that? Okay. Here you go. Oh, Coco. Little tongue comes out, you know you're getting the spot. Right there? Is that the spot? Good girl. Okay. Bye. You won't have to stay home. That's all right. Okay, jump in the truck. Jump in. That's a boy. Hey, Finny. Okay, watch out. Okay, we're here. The hayfield is bare naked. Just a little bit of snow down the middle. That's the gully. Remember when I said to the left of the gully at the top where the pine cone came from, or fir cone? And you can see there's a cow sitting way over there by herself. That makes me go, where's your baby? And the rest of them are all sitting over there. When a cow kind of wanders off by herself during calving season, heads up. Those cows are all by themselves, and then these ones have a favorite spot around this old bunkhouse that they like to sit in. And we're back. It's no snow on the ground and playing cows. Our favorite pastime. Now, who is this cow? I'm trying to remember. She got a tag in her ear. She got don't know. All these brown cows are hard to tell. It's not Bliss. Oh, wait, here's the telltale. The telltale. Yeah, this is Maggie. And she's loosening up on the back a little bit, but she's not ready to have a baby. See all these wrinkles right here? When they get ready to have a baby, this tightens right up and it's like a balloon full of water. Look at this. No, she's not having a baby this week. Here she is, Sarah the beautiful. How about you? Are you gonna have a baby? Let's see. Excuse me a minute, Jack. Do you mind if I have a look? Oh, she's getting quite puffy. Look at Jack. Go here, I'll kick your nose. You want your nose kicked? Well, cut it out. She's got less wrinkles than Maggie, and quite a bit more firm in there too. More on the right side than the left, but each cow's different. Not today or tomorrow. Oh, she cut her tail on the fence. Look at, she got a little nick from some barbed wire. Hey, Jack, are you a good boy? Don't be snarly. Oh, the hair, there's just hair everywhere. Who's this? Casey, Cujo's mom. You ready for her pat? She's probably the snuggliest cow we got now. She'll follow you around like a puppy. Just like Cujo. Loves her people. Go out of her way to spend time with people before she does with cows. Let's see. Nothing going on there at all. She'll be a week at least. Okay, who we got here? Candy cow. Yeah, hi Candy. Are you a good girl? Let's see her. Have a look at you here. Oh my goodness. Look at. See how puffy that looks? And still a few little wrinkles here. It's not taut, right? You can see there's quite a bit of skin. You wouldn't be able to do this when the udder gets full. It's tight. And so she's puffy, but I wouldn't venture to say not this week. I would say not tonight. But those wrinkles can go away in 6 to 8 hours. Come here tomorrow and they could be all gone. But not tonight, hey Candy? Okay, who's next? Here she comes. Tina the Tank. There she is. She's probably, I don't know, she might be the snuggliest one. The apple eater. She loves apples. What about this? How do you look? Still plenty of wrinkles. Udder's getting big though. It's firm on both sides. She has the, not great if you've got a milk cow, but for nursing, you don't want a cow with great big, I call them Dolly Partons, because it causes the calves, the bottom teeth on the calf, they bite the teats and then the poor cow. But she's streeling a little bit, see? See that? I told you about the streeling? Now, if you're squeamish, you can turn away because I'm going to touch that and show you how stringy it is. Because if you've never seen it before, you don't know what streeling is. So here's what it looks like. It's very, looks like some kid with a snotty nose. And it's a very, very slippery substance. And it's the mucus plug is made out of that from the drawstring on the cervix. It's got this plug and then there's a mucus plug and it's made out of that stuff. But it's, yeah, see, woo. But she's, I'd say not, and that's as far as I'll venture there too, not tonight, because she's a little bit tricky. She sometimes doesn't loosen up real big back there. But you can also test in here. Like if you think you're right at the point, this little dip right here, it tightens up quite a bit. You'll see older farmers, they go and they just do this and they have a look, because when things start, the calf starts, they start to go into labor, then right here it gets quite tight. And so you have to feel a cow. If you're a brand new farmer, feel a cow that's definitely not in labor, and you feel how that feels in there. And then when you feel a cow that's just imminently going to calf, you feel in there and you'll know what the difference is. It feels quite different. This dip goes away. All right, who else do we have here? What a beautiful day. Look at that. And this one here, see, she has a tiny bit of pigment on one side, but this is Dahlia. She is the D-line. I'm partial to the D-line, I do. They're, if I had to say, okay, you can only have one line of cows, I would keep the D ones because they are so gentle. Every single one of them is a real pet, and they produce a lot of milk. And you'll see when her winter coat goes away, as soon as they're all in shedding mode now, so they all look disastrous. But you'll see when her coat goes away, her summer coat is just beautiful, isn't it? You're a pretty girl, aren't you, Dahlia? Yeah. Okay, let's have a look in the back of you. No, nothing to write home about here. Tiny bit of streel going on there. Maybe that's urine, I don't know. Yeah, look at all the wrinkles here. Lots of them now. Not this week. Oh, she's gonna lift her leg up. Is it itchy? Lift your leg up. That's a girl. See how gentle they are? Hold her leg up for me to scratch her under the udder. There you go. Good girl. Yeah, and you can see, also, now that we're here, you can see there's a little, see that? There's like a little wax plug, or do not scratch that out of there. Because it's a little, that's nature's, it's made of the hardened cream or something, but it's nature's way of keeping nasty things out, because cows can lay down in some pretty literally shitty places, and you don't want anything nasty going up there. You'll end up with mastitis. So it's tempting to scratch that off of there, but don't worry. When the calf is born, the milk will come squirting out, and those things won't cause any trouble. Leave them attached. There you go. We find something to talk about, don't we? Whew, the wind. When you're scratching a cow when they're shedding, make sure you stand upwind. Hey Delia, how are you? Yeah, right here. See, that's how you feel, right? This hole starts to get really tight. Yeah. Are you a good girl? You are. So I'm gonna check the rest of your friends. I'm trying to walk away, and she keeps keeping step with me because they're real pets, aren't you? Yeah. And she trusts me completely. You can tell. That's why she lifted her leg up, right? She's pushing towards me like, you want a little bit more of that? Okay, you can have some. Here. There you go. It does when the udder starts to fill and things are stretching out, right? I can imagine that it's probably fairly itchy under there, and they come and they ask for some rubbings. There you go. That's all you get. Who else? Now, I told you there was a surprise. I'm gonna zoom you over there now, and you're gonna get to see. We're gonna go see how close we can look at it. See that right there? Look at that. And apparently there's another one here. I think the other one is on the other side of the gully up there. And I have to decide. So that's not Maggie. I think it's probably Beatrice. Why I say that is because her cycle, like every 28 days, and that cycle stays the same. And Beatrice is typically an early calver. That Fozzie Bear steer that's up the hill at my neighbor's, that was actually Beatrice's very first calf. She's not looking that puffy. And she's always been, Tinkerbell here, she's always been sloppy out the back, and I don't appreciate that about her, and it's not her fault, but I don't know what goes on there. This will be her first calf this year, and so she doesn't know what that's about, and so Tinkerbell and Bunny, those will be the ones that I want to be careful about. So I always let my heifers in with the bull about a week after I turn the bull in with the older cows, because I very purposely want my heifers to calve later, because, this is Bunny, because heifers tend to have a little bit less milk because they're still developing. It's their first lactation. And so a little bit later, a little bit more green grass, and then the heifer calves, they don't have to struggle with a mom that's having a hard time, because green grass very definitely cranks up milk production. And that's why with older cows, I like them to calve a little bit before the green grass, because when their cow is in full production and mature, they certainly make way too much milk, and like the calf only needs about a gallon of milk a day, or maybe 2. And if you give a mature cow a bunch of green grass, you will see her trying to waddle around with this giant udder between her legs, and a calf that doesn't want it. And so if you calve your older calves a little bit before the green grass shows up, you won't have that trouble. All right, who else have we got here? This is Maggie. And over here is, that's Beatrice. And once she knows who I am, then she won't be so panicked about taking her baby away, because she's very tame. Beatrice is one of those lucky strikes, because she's a little bit thicker. She's a little heavier boned animal, and she makes these beautiful calves. And see, you hear that humming? Now this is what it's all about. That's why you do the farming thing. With the magic of technology, we can zoom right in and have you guys get a really close look at this little girl. And it's a heifer. And she was born not last night, but the night before, maybe in the wee hours of the morning. And so that's Fozzie Bear's little sister. And she looks to be in just fine shape. Got a little bit of a dirty bum, but no big deal. Hey babies, are you all right? Everything okay? How about a little tickle? Like that? There you go. That's a girl. Good job. Tim, get back. Go on. Get back. Go on, Finn. Out. Get. Here's another thing. Dogs and the calving pasture don't mix. Why make the cow nervous for no reason? You teach your dogs back. Go on, get back. Way back. That's a boy. Back. He knows he'll get in trouble if he comes close when I tell him that, so he's like, okay, Dad. There it is. Look at you, eh? Aren't you just the sweetest little thing, eh? Here you go. See, even after she's had a calf, the streeling is still happening, and it's still cleaning, and she might clean for a day or so, but there's that don't pull it. Just let the weight of what's there will cause enough tension on it that it'll clean itself out. Pulling it is a bad idea. Don't do that. But there you see, look at how taut that is now. This camera's not behaving. Yeah. And that little baby, she only drinks about 1/4. She drinks 1 teat at a time. Don't bother her anymore. Oh, she's quite tame. Right, Beatrice? Are you a tame cow? Yeah, you are. Good girl. Are you peeking under there? Are you scared? Huh? Yeah. And Mom's the cow. You hear that humming? Low humming? They hum away for the first few days, and it's really quite an amazing thing. If you, on a big ranch, you know, they separate all the calves and they do all their tagging and branding together at one time. And then they put all the, 200 cows and 200 calves, they put them all back together and they call mothering up. And somehow out of all those cows, they all start bawling and mooing and all at the same time, and within an hour or so, all the cows have found their babies and they're all paired up again. And then they turn them back out to pasture. It's quite an amazing thing that they recognize each other's sounds from half a mile away. Okay, now we're gonna go for a little jaunt over this way. Okay, what I'm gonna do is turn the GoPro on right now, and I'll fold that in there, and you guys can tell me in the comments whether you prefer the GoPro or this DJI gimbal camera on the cell phone. See? Now I push this button and turn off the phone. We're on GoPro. See what that does. And it's on a wide angle, so I guess we'll find out. Now you see all this what do you call it? This dead grass that's in the hayfield here. That's why in the spring you put your cows in here, because they eat it up. There isn't much nutrition in it, if any. Here you can see this is there's no dead grass here, and because on this area right here there's a lot of clover, and so they find it and they clean it up for you. That's why you leave them. I put them in the hayfield because they eat the stubble left over from last year, and preparing the hayfield for mowing in the end of July, beginning of August, when the haying starts. Okay, so we'll have to talk nice and calm. There she is. You recognize that cow with the big blaze? That's Sophie cow. Now we'll turn this GoPro off, and I'm going to switch back to the cell phone. There he is. Can we look at your baby? Look at that. Good girl. Hey, Golly. She's a bit nervous, so I'm not going to narrate. I'm just going to let you guys watch, and you'll just hear. Hello there, little buddy. Yeah. That is not a big calf at all. Are you having some? Good, get it. Good girl. Look at that, she's even going to give us move her tail out of the way so we can see. Nothing there. It'd be just right there, you'd see a little, right in the fork. See the little sack there. Hey Sophie, good job. You made a nice baby. That's a girl. Good cow. Let's have a look at you here. See, she's same thing. The goop. Don't pull it. Just let it be in there. So what am I looking for here? I'm having a look to see all the teats are shiny and clean. Means the calf sucked them all, and she's not. Sometimes if they get one sore teeth or something, the cow will boot them hard, but they kind of fend them off one teat because it's tender, and so then one teat will be really engorged or something, and then you gotta take some action to get that. She's really enjoying this tail scratching here. That's how I'm getting her to stand still. Frozen. She's used to this from when she was hand raised at my house. Yeah, get it. Good girl. Yeah. Give it a good butt. Maybe some more milk will come out. Yeah. Aren't you just the cutest little thing, eh? Oh, look at this. There's a little kink in Sophie's tail, or she broke it or something. There's like a 45-degree bend before the last few inches, and it makes a little clunky noise in there. That must be a little tender, hey? Look at her. Nice little feet. All the toes are formed properly. Little girl calf, and that's about as much stress as we'll subject you to. You can keep her. Is that yours? Yeah. This is Sophie's second calf. So she knows how it works. That's why she's over here, making sure. The calf and the cow, she takes her over by herself, and that's the bonding process. The cow, she keeps humming away like that until the calf is fully connected, and then the cow will bring the calf to join the rest of the herd. Other than just yesterday's freak snowfall, and it wouldn't have snowed quite as much here as it did up at the little farm. It's quite it's about another 600 feet higher, something like that. There's plenty of dry area for a calf to be born. And I did last year, we let the bull out just a touch earlier than the previous year because I found myself thinking like, come on, let's get these cows out. Last year they seemed like they could have been a little bit earlier, so then I let the bull out a little bit earlier that year to trigger all of that.